Lund Dayz. This is Go Island. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV's Channel 4. We are in Lund, feeling pretty relaxed. It just has that effect on you. You can hear the birds in the background and look at that view. It is absolutely breathtaking. Now, the reason we're here is that coming up this weekend, Friday, Saturday, there is Lund Dayz, and it's going to be so much fun. And we're going to learn all about Lund Dayz from the organizer a little bit later in the show. Coming up right now, here's something from Comox Valley. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV. We are in Lund, and there is all kinds of things to do in Lund besides the spectacular view. You can sit and look at it for hours. There is whale watching, there is kayaking, there is canoeing, there is hiking. You can go out in charter boats. It's an endless list. And of course, this weekend is Lund Dayz, and there's going to be that much more to do. So put it on your calendar and take a trip over. It's going to be a blast. And right now, we're going to head up to Powell River. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV's Channel 4. We are thrilled to be here in Lund, and we're going to be talking with the organizer right now, Tara Thurber, and she is in charge of Lund Dayz. Tell us what Lund Dayz is.
Lund Dayz is basically a festival that celebrates the community of Lund and
Awesome.
shares it with the outside world,
Okay,
in short.
great.
It's a bunch of local performers and a bunch of local restaurants and a bunch of community members
Nice.
all getting together, doing what they do best, making food, making good music, hanging out, having a good time.
Excellent. Now, what are the high points? What are the events?
The high points, the first couple of nights are a local musician playing at a local restaurant.
Okay.
And so every local restaurant in Lund is having somebody come and play.
Okay.
And on Friday night, I would say the high point is probably the Friday and the Saturday. Friday night is a Taste of Lund festival. So it's going to be
cool.
a tasting festival where all the vendors and the restaurants do little sample-sized treats for people to be able to buy for $2.50. They can go around and
Nice.
try everything. And then right down here in the parking lot, right on the next to the harbor, is going to be a stage with a bunch of local musicians, which is
fun.
going to be the Lund Show of Talent.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and you mentioned yesterday a fishing derby. There's a fishing derby as well?
There is a fishing derby. The Lund Hotel took on the coordination of the fishing derby, and so that's on Saturday, August 23rd, from 5 in the morning until 6 p.m.
Woo!
Yeah.
And we're going to talk to Vanessa about that later.
Great. Yeah.
Now, how many people are you expecting?
I would say probably at least a couple hundred or so. I mean,
Okay.
involving community members and tourists that are kind of in the area and people from Powell River. Could be more. It's gotten a lot of promotion this year, so
good.
we'll see.
And this is your first year organizing?
This is my first year organizing. I've organized other events in Lund before, and other people have done Lund Dayz. Last year it kind of fell apart. The main organizer, who's been spearheading it for, I don't know, in the last decade or something, Sheila Butts, you know, has other things to do. And last year it barely happened, and there was no notice, and no one knew anything. And I just came back to Lund. I'd been living somewhere else for 8 years, so I was like, you know what? If I'm going to be back in my community, I think
I'm going
I'd
to
like
make
to
it
take
happen.
that on. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Now, what kind of support have you gotten from the community members in terms of the musicians and the restaurants? Does everybody come on board fairly easily?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, really easily. No, they've been fantastic. Yeah, I mean, the musicians like waffled a little bit for a while there.
As musicians do.
As they do, you know, they want to be involved in a good show, you know,
Yeah.
not just any show. So I think they were waiting to see if things were really going to be culminating into something that was worth their time and their efforts. All of the musicians that are playing are basically contributing their services for free for Lund Dayz. So yeah, there's a bunch of prizes for the Show of Talent. It's not a contest though, it's just going to be a draw out of the jar.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So yeah, no, we've gotten an awesome response. All of the restaurants have gotten on board no problem and gotten themselves a musician and
the view,
contributed prizes.
The view is really hard to take. I don't know how you're going to handle it. I don't know
That's
how
why
you
it's
can
important that you
manage.
put the stage so that you can look at the stage and the view. Otherwise, you'll just turn around and be distracted.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time today. It's
You're
been
very
great to have
welcome.
you on.
Thanks,
All
Mary.
right. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Go Island is in Lund. Today, just north of Powell River, a short drive, about 25 minutes, and well worth it. The drive here is gorgeous with trees that reach to the sky, and the sky today is blue and a little bit overcast. It's nice, it's quite beautiful. And of course here in Lund, you've got the famous Boardwalk Cafe, and as we heard from Tara, there is going to be music all along the waterfront at the different restaurants. It's going to be really a happening place here, and it's a perfect way to bring summer to a close. Yes, I said it, we're down to one more weekend of summer. Well, maybe two, technically two. So try to get over here and enjoy it. Right now we are gonna head to, oh, we're going on an adventure. Have a look. Go Island has, for the most part for the show, been on location in Lund, because of course it's going to be Lund Dayz. But right now we have caught up with Vanessa Kozlowski, who's the manager of the Lund Hotel. This is the only place we could track her down, which is in Powell River between errands of not only Lund Dayz, but the impending arrival of the next member of the family. Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm good.
Good. Are you excited?
I am, yes, definitely. Yeah, we're ready to kick off Lund Dayz next week. It's coming up soon, and yeah, it's all coming together pretty good.
All right. So what's going to be the highlight? What are you managing in particular about Lund Dayz?
The hotel itself is really focused on the fishing derby that's happening on Saturday. We also have a band going on the Friday night.
Great.
So we have Shattered Glass playing Friday night, and then the next day starts off the fishing derby at 5 a.m.
That's early.
Yes, I know. Well, those fishers, they like to get out first thing in the morning and try to catch their fish. And
now, is there any age restriction?
There's no age restriction.
Okay.
It just kind of
whoever wants to get out there with a pole and line.
It's $100 per boat, so it can be, you can have, you know, a couple people on your boat, and you just kind of pitch in for the ticket. It's not per person, but per boat. So $100 per boat. Tickets can be purchased at Capone's in town here. Marine Traders and Powell River Outdoors, as well as the Lund Hotel at the front desk. So
great.
Yeah, we can get those there, and we've got some amazing prizes, some really good ones.
Now, how many people are you expecting for the fishing derby? Have any idea?
We have no idea. This is our first year ever doing a fishing derby. My brother's really kind of the one organizing it all. And him and I, like, we're not fishers. We don't, we fished before, but we're not like, you know, gung-ho fishers, and have done fishing derbies before. So we're really kind of going with this as we go, like just, you know, doing it as we go. So.
Well, it's such a really fun addition to the whole of the Lund Day feel, right? Yeah. With all the music and the food, and throw in a fishing derby. Why not?
Well, it used to. We actually found a box full of old trophies in the basement of the hotel. That and the last fishing derby that happened in Lund was in 1988. Year I was born, so that was a while ago.
A little bit of an omen, I think.
So really, we'll pull that trophy back out, and
fabulous.
So it's been quite some time since the hotel's put on a fishing derby. So we wanted to bring something back that the hotel used to do, or you know, and that Lund was a part of.
And it is the 125th anniversary for the hotel.
So yeah, it's something that hopefully will kick off a really good year. And
cool.
And we've been told about fishing derbies is that everyone decides to register like last minute.
Oh, for sure.
So you know, you just get all nervous at first that nobody's going to buy tickets and it's not going to happen, and
then all of a sudden
everyone's going to purchase them. That's what I've been told. So
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for fitting us in, because we know how absolutely swamped you are. So we really appreciate your time on that.
I do want to add one thing. One of the main prizes for the fishing derby is quite big, so I did want to kind of share that.
Let me guess, a trip to Mexico.
It is. It's a trip to Mexico.
Seriously?
It is. Trip for 2 to Mexico, flights included from Vancouver. So
I was kidding.
Yeah, no, it's right here. 1 week, all inclusive, for 2 to Mexico.
To not just Mexico, to Cancun,
Mexico.
From Vancouver Island.
Yeah, that's for the heaviest spring salmon. So
there you go. So get your rods and reels out. All right, thank you so much.
Not a problem.
We're going to take a short break. Stay right where you are. Cancun, Mexico. Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, I seriously, I was joking.
Yeah, no.
I had no.
Big prize.
Powell River Lions Club 2010, Three Hill Dogs, Martin and Audrey Hill, Paul and Penny. This is so cool. They've got tiles for all the people, I'm assuming, that helped to build this marker for Mile Zero, Highway 101. Very cool. It's a quirky little thing here in Lund. I'm Mary Ruth Harris and you're watching Go Island. And coming up this weekend is Lund Dayz. It's going to be a blast. So if you're looking for something really interesting and fun to do at an absolutely gorgeous location, this would be it. Get it on your calendar. Right now we're going to head up to see what Marjorie has for us. This weekend, of course, is Lund Dayz, but in addition, this whole year, the hotel is celebrating 125 years. So if you are looking for something unique to do this coming weekend, take the ferry, come over to Powell River, drive 25 minutes north, and this is where you end up. It is absolutely magical. So come and spend some time and have some great food and enjoy some fantastic music and throw a line from a rod in the water, so you can tell I'm a fisher, for the fishing derby on Saturday. It's going to be a blast. So that's it for us today. But listen, check us out on Facebook, like us, like our page, and of course follow us on Twitter, because Gord is always posting very interesting photos and comments. And if you visit our YouTube channel, we have pretty much everything there that we've done in the last little while. And there is an actual playlist called Go on Location. So have a fabulous week, and when you're planning your weekend, think about Lund Dayz.